Hello students, welcome you all once again to my video. In this session, students, we are going to discuss a poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. Class 10 English, first poem. Students, before starting this poem, I must introduce the poem Dust of Snow. The poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost is a simple and short poem, yet with a deeper and larger meaning. The poet explains how an act as petty as experiencing snow on one's body can brighten one's day up. The message of the poem is put into words by Robert Frost. The words are always, always a larger significance. A little thing touches a larger thing. Next, I would like to explain the poem stanza wise. You can see on your screen, students, the first stanza of the poem. I'm going to read out. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Let me clarify the difficult words of the poem at first, and then we will proceed for the explanation. The two difficult words we have found over here. First, shook. Shook, it is the past form of the word shake. And the second word is hemlock. Hemlock means a poisonous tree with small white flowers. In this stanza, poet wants to say the poem is set in a scene where the poet is in a bad mood and is walking by a tree, a hemlock tree. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. As he passes by, a crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. Whether it falls on his head or shoulders is unknown, as there is no specific mention in this poem. Also, the readers are left in doubt about the bird's specific action, whether the crow was landing, shivering with cold, readjusting itself on the branch, or taking off. It happens to send some particles of snow upon the author. Here, the two agents of nature, the hemlock tree and the crow, are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in the opening scene. Moving for next, stanza 2. Let me read out at first, and then once again we will proceed for its explanation. The second stanza starts from here. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Students, here the difficult word is rued. This is very new to all of us, and the meaning is held in regret. The meaning of the word is held in regret. Now, moving for the explanation of this stanza, here poet wants to say, for reasons unknown, the author was having a terrible day, but the falling of the snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. He had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of it was saved by the crow and the hemlock tree. Generally, hemlock tree and crow are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too. One must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses to bless us. Next, now after explanation stanza wise, I would like to tell you students some poetic devices of the same poem Dust of Snow. Here poet have used very nice poetic devices. Let me explain those devices one by one. At first I must tell you that the poetic device and the rhyming scheme of the poem is A B A B C D C D. Rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A B C D C D. Number 2, the second poetic device that author used is alliteration. What is alliteration? The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. The instances of alliteration are as follows. See the lines. Has given my heart. In this line, you can see H. In the two words, H comes at the beginning. This is called alliteration. See the second line, and saved some part. Again, in the second line, you can see S comes in the beginning of two words in the same line, that is alliteration. The third poetic device used in this poem is inversion. Inversion means when the structure of a sentence is changed by the poet to create rhyme. This poetic license is called inversion. In stanza 1, inversion can be seen. Coming for the next poetic device, and that is assonance. What is assonance? The prominence of a vowel sound throughout a line is called assonance. In stanza 1, line 2, the sentence means the line is shook down on me. In this line, O sound is very prominent. This is called assonance. Next, enjambment. What is enjambment? When the same sentence continues to the next line without the use of any punctuation marks, it is called enjambment. It has been used throughout the poem. Students, you can see the line starts in the stanzas and without stopping it goes to the next line without any punctuation marks. That is called enjambment. Next, students, I have already explained stanza wise the poem's explanation, but now it's time to summarize the poem fully. The short poem by Robert Frost throws light upon the unimaginable healing power of nature and tiny things. From a bad mood to ill health, there is nothing that can't be cured by nature. The author was experiencing one such bad day when a crow's movement near a hemlock tree dusted snow upon him. The snow instantly makes him happier. His day gets a lot better. Thus, the supremacy of nature as a whole made him realize how to pity his problem was. The fact that hemlock tree is poisonous combined with crow being the indicator of doom and fear, are used in the poem as the carriers of happiness in the life of narrator is ironical. The poet, through these objects, has tried to highlight that sometimes creatures linked with negative aspects of life can be the bringer of change and happiness. Being outdoors in nature with all its unpredictability can benefit anyone, anywhere, at any time. Now moving for the next slide. Students, after summary, now it's time to discuss about some questions and their answers of the same poem, Dust of Snow. What is a dust of snow? What does the poet say has changed his mood? How has the poet's mood changed? The answer is dust of snow refers to the tiny particles of snow. The particles are so small that poet referred to them as dust. The poet was in a awful mood when particles of snow had fallen on him. This changed the poet's frame of mind instantly and his day got a lot better. Coming for the next question, how does frost represent nature in this poem? The following questions may help you to think of an answer. What are the birds that are usually named in poem? Do you think a crow is often mentioned in poems? What images come to your mind when you think of a crow? Birds like sparrow, nightingales, and peacock are more than often named in poems. Unlike these birds, crows are often seen as the indicators of doom and fear. They are often used for negative references. Again, what is a hemlock tree? Why doesn't the poet write about a more beautiful tree such as maple or an oak or a pine? There are also seen trees are also seen as mighty creatures imparting wisdom as they are too old. They give out oxygen and absorb the carbon dioxide, which is connected with absorbing all the negative energy. But there are trees, those are poisonous too, like a hemlock tree. The poet does not mention a more beautiful tree such as maple, oak, or pine because he wants to indicate a sad scene. Being poisonous, a hemlock tree is considered bad and so he refers to it. What do the crow and hemlock represent? Joy or sorrow? What does the dust of snow that the crow shakes off a hemlock tree stands for? Both crow and the hemlock tree represent sorrow. Frost has used both the negative creatures, crow and the hemlock tree, as the carriers of positivism and strength that transformed his day for the better. By not using birds like sparrow and nightingales and trees like maple, oak, or a pine, the poet has tried to break down all the preconceived notions we have about certain agents of nature. He has tried to make us understand that we see the world not as how it is, but as how we want to see it. Thus, the crow sitting and a hemlock tree together made his day better. The dust of snow stands for joy. Next, students, finally we are going to discuss about multiple choice questions of the same chapter of the same poem, Dust of Snow. These are very important. Please pay attention. Number 1. Who is the poet of the poem Dust of Snow? The answer is Robert Frost. Why does the poet call it dust of snow? Snow particles were too tiny. That's why. The poet says, of a day I had red. What is the meaning of red? I already told you, the meaning is held in regret. What uplifted his mood? His mood means author's mood. Falling of snow on his shoulder. Though it is not clear whether snow means fell upon shoulder or head, still you may write down falling of snow on his shoulder. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? We have already discussed about it. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A B C D C D. Name the poetic device used in the line has given my heart. Alliteration. Name the poetic device used in the line and saved some part. Again alliteration. I told you alliteration means the beginning of the letter is same and comes twice or thrice in the same line. Next, what does dust of snow represent? Dust of snow represents healing power of nature. What are the two negative creatures that Frost used as carriers of positivity? The two negative creatures that our author had used in this poem are hemlock tree and crow. The crow and hemlock tree symbolize dash. What symbolize? They symbolize sorrow. Here students, we have completed the explanation stanza wise, the full summary of the poem. We have discussed about some big answers, question answers. At the same time, we have discussed some multiple choice questions. I hope these all materials, study materials, will help you to understand this poem better and you can understand the real concept of the poem. Finally, thank you students. It is end of the chapter. So in this lockdown period, stay home, save lives. Thank you. Bye.